Welcome to Middle Grade Book Adventures, where every month here at the Kingston Library, we preview a new middle grade novel we think you might enjoy. This month we're looking at Nic Blake and the Remarkables, The Manifestor Prophecy. It's the first book in a new trilogy by best-selling author Angie Thomas. It's not easy being remarkable in an unremarkable world. Some things are cool, others not so much. Like not being trusted to learn magic because you might use it to take revenge on an annoying neighbor. All Nic Blake wants is to be a powerful manifestor like her dad, but before she has a chance to convince him to teach her the gift, a series of shocking revelations and terrifying events launch Nic and two friends on the hunt for a powerful magic tool she's never even heard of. I am going to read from Chapter 1, Hellhounds, Haints, and Happy Birthdays. When my friend JP turned 12, his parents bought him a phone. It was a super big deal because 1, JP loses everything, and 2, his parents think phones are quick access to the devil. I didn't know the devil had a phone. For her 12th birthday, Alabama McCain down the street got a sweatshirt once worn by a member of her favorite K-pop group. Weird, but not as weird as being named Alabama even though she's from Mississippi. Sean Cole got a four-wheeler for his 12th. Now he likes to ride around the neighborhood, knocking over trash cans. His mom says he's being a boy. I say he's being a butt. For my 12th birthday, I've got them all beat. My dad's going to teach me how to use the gift so I can finally be a real manifestor. First, I've got to catch a hellhound. I tiptoe through the woods so the leaves don't crackle under my feet. In yesterday's homeschool lesson, Dad said hellhounds can hear sounds from hundreds of miles away. I think I can smell a hellhound from hundreds of miles away. Wherever this thing is, it's filling the forest with a strong odor of boiled eggs and Fritos. Remember what I told you, Knick-Knack, Dad says. His voice is around me, like he's speaking on an intercom. Look for the signs. Hellhounds always have a trail. A trail of what? Funk? I wipe my forehead on my arm. You'd think 8 in the morning was too early to sweat, but it's normal for late May in Mississippi. The sun glares through the trees, and the air is thick and sticky. It feels like walking through toffee. I grip the handle of my net. The mesh is made from giant's hair, one of the strongest materials on earth. Although I zoned out for most of Dad's hour-long lecture, I do remember that giant's hair is one of the few things that hellhounds can't chew through. I also remember that hellhounds breathe fire, so I search for signs. Burnt leaves, scorched earth, smoke. Up ahead, a pillar rises into the air. Where there's smoke, there's a hellhound. I tiptoe in that direction and bam! There it is in the clearing, a hellhound with brown fur that stands on end. It has horns, which means it is actually a she. She's the size of a tiger, and she gnaws on a bone big as she is. Hey, better that bone than me. Now to catch this thing, if only I knew how to use the gift, this would be a breeze. But no, you're too young to learn, Dad said. It's nothing to play with, he said. Wait until you're 12, he said. Those rules stink, I said. Lucky for me, I'm 12 today, and that means goodbye rules, but at the moment, all I've got is my net. I raise it above my head as I inch closer to the hellhound. Good doggy. Don't worry about this live 3-course meal walking toward. And she sees me. I freeze. She can smell fear, Knick-Knack, Dad says. Don't be afraid. Says the guy who isn't 3 feet from a hellhound. Nope, I'm not going out like this. One of us is going to attack first, and it's going to be me. I take a step. She growls and takes one too. I take another step. She charges. I nearly pee my pants. She tackles me to the ground. Hundreds of pounds of hellhound pin me down. The stench burns my eyes. I'll never tell Sean he stinks again, if there is an again. I'm probably seconds from pearly gates and angels. But suddenly the hellhound shrinks. She smells like cheese. Not great, but not bad. And instead of biting my head off, she licks my face. The woods dissolve, revealing my backyard, and that fire-breathing gigantic hellhound is a tail-wagging little hellhound pup. Dad's standing over on the patio laughing. Happy birthday, Knick-Knack. He waves his hand, erasing the rest of the illusion he drew. along with a concealment mojo that kept our neighbors from seeing that our backyard had become a forest. My dad's a pretty good manifestor. He managed to make this furball look 10 times her size. In reality, she's no bigger than a shoebox. I wipe her warm slobber from my cheeks. Is she mine? I'm not saying names, but somebody has been bugging me for a hellhound or a dragon. Since a dragon ain't happening, a hellhound it is. I grin. See, I knew you'd get the hang of things. You may want to hold off on that celebration, knick-knack. Please believe there are rules if you want to keep this pup. Name them. Dad raises his eyebrows. Who are you and what have you did with my kid? Because the Nic Blake I know hates rules. Apple, I pointed to myself. Tree, I pointed to him. He laughs. Touché, Miss Blake. What are you guys doing? Dad and I jump. JP, Dad says with a deep breath. Good morning to you too. My best friend peers over the fence that separates our backyards. JP's only the second friend I've ever had in my life. The first was this girl, Rebecca, who was in my homeschool group in Atlanta. We bonded over Oreos. I thought I'd never have a friend like her again until JP strolled along. When I first met him, he wore a dress shirt and a bow tie, like he was ready for church on a Sunday instead of 4th grade on a Tuesday. Nobody forced him to dress that way either. JP likes bow ties. He held his hand out and said, I'm Joshua Paul Williams. You can call me Joshua Paul. We call him JP. Sometimes Pastor JP because of the bow ties. Plus, JP's dad is a preacher, and JP has a freckled face, round belly, and short brown hair just like him. JP's the only black kid on our street besides me, but that's not why we're friends. JP's the one kid who doesn't think I'm weird, homeschooled girl. Also, I'm not 100% sure JP could survive without me. I'm not saying that because he's unremarkable either, aka doesn't have the gift or any supernatural ability. Mostly everyone around here is unremarkable. I'm saying that because he's a hot mess. He adjusts the holder straps on his glasses. Sorry, I scared y'all. My mama says I'm sneakier than a snake in slippers. Snakes don't have feet, I say. Yet I somehow get what she's saying, Dad adds. How long you been standing there, little man? JP shrugs. Not long. Thing is, a majority of unremarkables don't know about the gift or know that remarkable creatures really exist. On top of that, they can't see that stuff. But illusions are so powerful that they're the one remarkable thing unremarkables can see. Luckily, the concealment mojo should have kept JP from seeing the illusion Dad drew, and my puppy should look like a normal puppy to him. But there's a teeny tiny chance that he saw something. Unremarkables have those moments. They usually explain it away by saying their mind's playing tricks on them. If you want to learn about Nic Blake and whether or not she gets to learn the gift of being a manifestor, then check out Nic Blake and the Remarkables, available here at the Kingston Library. Also, remember to subscribe to our channel so you don't miss the next middle grade book adventure.